Greetings everyone, welcome to another Cyberyoga episode. Today's video is about how ayahuasca opened my heart to receive Jesus. This is a very debatable topic, and we know as a follower of Christ and Jesus and understanding the church, that plant medicine and ayahuasca is actually forbidden to use to receive clarity and healing. But I would have to have a second opinion that I believe that all paths to Jesus and to the Lord and God isn't always linear. Some people have their own ways of seeking their peace and seeking their validation, seeking their answers, trying to figure out where they want to, how to receive God. Sometimes it can be challenging. We don't have a lot of reference points in this reality, this matrix, and this matrix reality doesn't have a lot of love. So this is the byproduct. Well, this is why we have trauma. We have trauma, psychological, mental, and physical, from living in this in this matrix. There's a lack of love, a lack of leadership, lack of integrity. So of course, we create these programs of wounding and trauma, and the dark forces can come in to manipulate, and that's where it's challenging. So a lot of people are seeking spiritual awakening, and sometimes they're not in all the right places, but people are seeking. And some people don't have a lot of reference points, so there's a lot of trauma around the churches or some type of religion. So, but for me in this instance, it was more about me. I feel like the medicine caught me. She caught me because she's a very conscious mother, and I was inspired by my wife to do ayahuasca. And I was always afraid to face myself, to face my shadow. I was always afraid of it, to face myself, because I knew I was holding on to some things. But when I decided to show up for myself and to do the work, because I wanted to get closer to God, I wanted to find the divinity, I wanted to get closer to my healing, I wanted to forgive. And in the beginning, I wasn't getting it from the church. I didn't really feel it. To be honest, it was very challenging. And maybe my heart wasn't open. Maybe my heart wasn't open and ready to receive the teachings of the church or Jesus. But I do understand that when I decided to do the journey, Mother Ayahuasca, she showed me unconditional love. For the first time, I've experienced unconditional love. And for me, it was a very foreign concept. I never felt it before. I never really understood it. So when I felt it, a new reference point was set in. And I believe that's what cracked my heart. And there's layers to it. And I believe when that experience for me happened, my heart had to be cracked open to receive even a little bit of love. And once that happens, then the floodgates of information, of love and Jesus and frequency and God settles in. So I believe, in my honest opinion, that's what set me on my path. Because she showed me what unconditional love was, felt it, and I was able to actually forgive my family and myself. And if it wasn't for ayahuasca, at least at the time, there'd be no way for me to have a clear reference point of how to understand such a profound way. And I wasn't really getting it from listening to books or reading books or going to psychologists or going to church. I wasn't able to get it. And I'm not here to say that that wouldn't happen for everyone, but for me, my reference point of love and understanding the love, which is what Jesus was preaching. Jesus was preaching love and kindness and compassion for yourself and others. So the medicine Aya allowed me to receive and to feel. To feel is most important. Feel. Feelings are highest truth, not words. Feel, right? So when I felt it, it set me on my stage, on my path for more journeys. And I'm not here to condone plant medicine. I'm not an advocate for it. I would say it's one of the many solutions towards healing and trauma work. It's one of the many solutions. It's not the only. But in this case, this is really about my experience of how I got closer to Jesus. So in essence, I did the journey, the medicine. I set the intention for showing up for myself because I knew I needed to do the deep work, and it was challenging. It was very scary. Very scary. It's not easy to face yourself. It's not easy to face your shadow. So showed up, received unconditional love for myself, forgiveness for my family, letting go of things that are not serving me anymore. So one journey after another, your heart starts to slowly crack open. And it's not a quick fix either. You know, it's work. It's work. And I truly believe and feel that the medicine is not there to do the work for you. It gives you a framework, it gives you a perspective, it gives you the tools on what you do and how to heal. And ultimately how to let go of the trauma and learn how to navigate and move forward. And for me, that whole experience is what led me to Jesus. It was 4 or 5 years of deep spiritual work. You know, until one of the journeys, it wasn't ayahuasca, but one of the journeys was basically saying, hey, it's been me the whole time. It's been Jesus. It's been Jesus that's been calling me. Just my heart wasn't able to receive him. And I had a pact with God. I had an anger with God for a long time. And so I'm grateful for the experience. And again, I'm not here to condone the plant medicine. I'm not saying it's for everyone. I'm not saying it's the only way. But I would say it's one of the many tools towards doing some deep spiritual work. You know what? For some people, maybe just going to church is just enough. And I think that's amazing. And I wish I would have received that. But at the time, I believe my heart wasn't able to receive Jesus. And really not from the church too, because I felt there was a lot of theatrics in the church. And I felt there was not a lot of genuine, but maybe that's where I was. So I can't really say. But in essence, this message is about how ayahuasca set me on my path, my healing path, to finally receive Jesus at the end. And I think the takeaway is that I was shown how to feel and to experience unconditional love, which is Jesus, which is God. My opinion, I may be wrong, I can't say I'm right or wrong, but in my opinion, where I am, where I feel, the unconditional love is what set me free and allowed me to heal my wounds and to inspire others to share the same message, which is love and compassion for yourself and for others. And that's the way and teachings of Jesus. I'm still on my journey as a Christian, I guess. I'm still on my journey. But I would say I'm a follower of Jesus. I'm not so much into the church as of yet. I haven't found one yet. But I feel like the church is within and who you're surrounding yourself with. It doesn't have to be a building. It could be anywhere. But I believe it's about a deep, sincere, divine community that encompasses and shares and is the embodiment of love. I feel like that's church. And my allegiance and my commitment And my life is dedicated to the teachings of Jesus. So I hope this message finds you well, because the message will show up for you. And I'm sending love. Stay tuned for the next episode. I really appreciate it. Wishing you all a beautiful day, beautiful evening, beautiful week. Sending love from Cyberyoga. And remember that Jesus is the way. He loves you all. Blessings.